Hi, I'm going to talk about physical self-defense a little bit. You know, there's a lot of disciplines out there that talk about it, and you've got the local martial arts school presentation, 15-year-old young people, 10-year-old young people sitting around, and they have the black belts on, but there's no street experience or fighting experience. So that's not going to work in a real-life situation. You also have the idea that, well, you don't have to hurt the person, you can just move around them and be very, very gentle. If it's a real predator, if it's a person that's really trying to hurt you, you have to hurt them. There's no real life scenario that doesn't demand that. So I want to show just a couple of quick tips that will help you to survive a situation. And that's really what you have to ask yourself. Do you want to live or die? Do you want to survive or not? Because if it's a person truly intent on hurting or raping or maiming, then the only way out is to hurt the other individual. So that's the most difficult thing to deal with. Now, police and military, I think a lot of times have a difficult time in dealing with that. I mean, I'm not a full-blown combat professional, so I can only speak from the little experience I have. But what I understand is that it's a very deep psychological subject. Of course, who wants to hurt anybody? I mean, to have that desire and it not be warranted is definitely a psychological disturbance. So how can you deal with that situation, hurt a predator that needs to be hurt for your survival, and not lose your psychological balance? Very difficult, but one of the most challenging and really opportunistic subjects for the human psychology. So I just want to show you a couple quick takeout techniques. If you just hit a person's shin, let's go over here, they're close to you, their mind will come down there. This is some of the advanced inner techniques of Kung Fu. Some of the ways that you deal with striking nerve cavities and the way that you enter into the person's field inside them, because it's really all an energy game. So a little tick like that will do more than you can possibly imagine. Can't see my foot, but I'm just hitting his shin. So the person is close and they're trying to do something with their arms, and you hit the shin like that. The liver punch, in professional fighting, in cage fighting, in boxing, a lot of people get knocked out with the liver punch. So, that's a very effective technique. 1, 2, whatever foot is back, you're going to have more power. 1, 2, see this here? You can hit it this way, you can hit it this way. But the idea is the mind is traveling to where you're striking. And when the mind is distracted by this, the person goes, oh, even if it's in the middle of combat, oh my gosh, my shin is hit. So the attention is down there. When the attention is down there, then you hit like this and the body should move like a whip. Very loose. That's a lot different than what we're taught, where you just hit a person like this, hard. When you hit a person with a whipping motion, it has a lot more penetration power. And the eyes are really your most effective technique. If a person is very, very large, you're not going to hit them anywhere and hurt them. Can't do anything. But you can do that. So, see that? 1, 2, 3. So if his face is here, if his face is this way, if his face is this way, 1, 2, 3. Very powerful. Because you have one moment there. Now, the throat gets crushed with the same amount of pressure as a beer can. So can you crush a beer can? Right. If you come in here like this and squeeze, you're going to disable an attacker. Simply like that. The ears, you wouldn't think it's an effective defense technique, but the Navy SEALs and real street combat effective people will use this. Just simple like that. You could have somebody coming to grab you. You could get out of the grab, you could let them grab you, and go like that. a little bit of a cup. In that moment, the person's going to be disoriented. And just one little, couple maybe more techniques. It's a very high emotionally charged situation, and you want to create damage and run away. As much damage as necessary. One of the most effective things is this. I don't know if I want to knock the person down here, but you just simply grab the whole head and face and you turn. Now, of course, if you turn very fast, you're going to kill the person. But you can just bring them down to the ground. Because as soon as that head turns, the person's going to go with whatever direction you're turning their head. So as long as you have some mobility, you want to be very, very loose. The neck, the ears, the eyes, the side, the groin. The pubic bone is held up by a bunch of ligaments. So you can drop down, big wild beating fist person, you can just drop straight down, boom, into the pubic bone. Also from the side, you can step to the side and go like that. Now there's not that much muscle mass there, so the person can be very, very big, and if you strengthen there, they're going to go down. You're going to break that pubic bone. You can take your hands like this, go down here, you can use your elbows. The side step through kick is your most powerful weapon. The most powerful weapon with your hands is the eyes, the ears, the throat. You use your whole arm like a bar. The most powerful kick is the side step through. Thank you very much.